Imagine carving a stone statue taller than a 2-story house. Now imagine moving it across miles of rugged terrain without cranes, without trucks, without steel. That's exactly what happened on one of the most remote islands on Earth. Scattered across Eastern Island are nearly 1,000 massive stone figures known as the Moai. Some weigh over 80 tons. For centuries, people have asked the same question. Who moved these giant stone heads, and how did they do it? Let's uncover the real story. Stay with me, right? Eastern Island, known by its indigenous name, Rapa Nui, right, lies in the southern eastern Pacific Ocean, more than 1,000 miles from the nearest inhabited island and over 2,000 miles west of Chile. Polynesian voyagers settled the island centuries ago, likely between 800 and 1,200. They arrived in large oceans, going canoes, right, bringing crops, tools, and a rich cultural tradition. Over time, they created one of the history's most remarkable engineering achievements, the Moai. These enormous stone statues were carved to honor important ancestors. The Rapa Nui, right, believe these ancestors continue to watch over and protect their communities. The larger the statue, the greater the honor. Here's something many people don't realize. People often call them giant stone heads, but they're actually full-body statues. Many have buried torsos extending several feet below the ground. Archaeological excavations have revealed detailed carvings on their backs, arms, and bodies that remain hidden for centuries beneath the soil. Most of the Moai were carved from compressed volcanic ash at a quarry called Raku. Workers used stone tools to carve each statue directly into the rock face before carefully separating it from the mountain. Some statues stand over 30 feet tall. The largest unfinished Moai would have measured more than 70 feet and weighed well over 100 tons. This is where the mystery begins. For years, many people believed thousands of workers rolled the statues across the island using giant logs. The idea became popular because the statues were so massive. But more recent research points to another possibility. Instead of dragging them, the Rapa Nui may have walked the statues. Researchers built replicas and used ropes attached to both sides. By pulling the ropes back and forth in a controlled rhythm, the statue rocked from side to side while slowly moving forward, almost as if it were a rocker. Interestingly, Rapa Nui oral traditions have long said the statues walked to their final locations with spiritual power. While that's a cultural tradition rather than scientific evidence, the walking method demonstrates that the statues could be transported upright using coordinated teams and careful balance. Many archaeologists now consider this one of the most plausible explanations. It doesn't require advanced machines. It requires engineering, teamwork, and remarkable skill. For hundreds of years, the people of Rapa Nui continued building and raising Moai. Then, sometime before European arrival in 1722, statue construction stopped. Many of the Moai were eventually toppled. Why? Historians believe several factors played a role. Environmental changes, including deforestation, reduced the island's natural resources. Competition among communities may have increased. Later, contact with Europeans brought disease, violence, and slave raids that devastated the island's population. Today, archaeologists see the story of Rapa Nui as far more complex than the old idea that is people simply destroyed their own civilization. The evidence points to a combination of environmental challenges and the severe impact of outside contact. So, who moved the giant stone heads? The answer appears to be the Rapa Nui, people themselves. Not with mysterious lost technology, not with giants, and not with aliens, but through generations of knowledge, careful planning, and extraordinary engineering. The Moai remind us that ancient civilizations often accomplished incredible things using the tools and resources they had. Sometimes the greatest mystery isn't whether people could build something remarkable. It's why we so often underestimate what they were capable of. If you enjoyed this journey into one of the archaeology's greatest puzzles, hit that like button, subscribe to the Conscious Signal, and let me know in the comments. Do you think a walking statue theory explains the mystery, or do you think there's another piece of the puzzle still waiting to be discovered? Because history still has plenty of secrets for that to uncover.